Alright, let me explain how I'm doing this for you. So you can see how I'm doing this. You can, if you ever want to copy and paste this into another, you can. Alright? These all have formulas. See up there? You look up there, that's the formula. Don't touch the formulas. Once you touch that, you do like this, you're gonna get an error. Well, that made it that, but or if you go in there and you take out this, it's not gonna work. You're gonna fuck up all the formulas because they all work off each other, right? So you can find all this out on Google. And then on YouTube, I'm just gonna copy that formula in there. It knows. So this is how a formula works. Here's the number, right? This is your week one, what you're gonna do. You and Alicio, 5,000. You're gonna try to average $1,000 a day with Alicio. If you had one of those clowns working with you, you wouldn't do $1,000 a day, or it would be very hard. With Alicio, not going to be so hard. That's why he's worth more. Everything, you already know this. Same thing with the 10,000. Now you're going to be doing double. So it's you and Alicio are still doing the 5,000, and then Miguel and Jose are producing 5,000. So you're doing 10,000 in a week. Okay, you're all producing $500 on goober money a day. So just think of it like that. Alicio is producing 500. He's getting 200. But you have 300 left, but you got to cover some costs. You're producing 500, you're paying yourself. Miguel and Jose. But when you get 4 guys, your costs go down. You don't have any more driving to the job costs. You have a little more blower costs, gas. You have a little more hotel costs if you use them. But a lot of the costs are pretty much the same. You know, a little more insurance and stuff, but we're going to talk about all that. And you can go over this number, but it's just an average. There's going to be some days you hit 750 or 800 with Alicio, and then there's going to be days where you hit 1,400. I think these are conservative numbers. You and Alicio are going to go over that. I just know it because you've been doing it since he came back. You were doing it all the time, and you guys were going over this last year. It's just what it is. It's having highly skilled crew to hit numbers. It's not the same for all goobers. They're not doing that. The guy who listens, he does like that, these numbers, and he goes over them sometimes. Guy Juan Sosa does it. Martin comes in maybe slightly under those numbers. Sometimes he's over them too, because I don't know who his helper is, but he's really close. And then there's guys that I don't even give them the opportunity to do this. I might give them a $700 job, and then they're done at 2:30. I don't have anything more for them. They're in Massachusetts. So that's the number. So, okay. The labor cut. See that 0.3? That's 30%, 0.30. Business costs, 0.30. Rell's personal, you're taking 18% of this for your own money. Save stack, 22%, 0.20. And then I made this. I took this, and then I took out only 78%, so 22% goes taxes. So that's your true cash you can spend. Now, if you wanted to change that, you're like, I can live on 16. Watch how it changes. It changed both those numbers, but didn't change those. Okay? But the way you do a formula is, you always do equal parentheses, the number you're multiplying it with, C25, that's C25. That star, that's the multiplication. If you put the slash, that would be division. There's all kinds of formulas. And then 0.18, 0.18, that's 18%. Or you could do C25 times E13, you get a formula. That's how you do it. So you don't want to, just as a rule, don't touch these formulas. All right, unless you're changing the whole thing. You're like, this is too high or too low. But if you go with these numbers, I already know they work. If you actually stuck by these numbers and did not take more than this, did not spend more than this, put this money in the right places, you're not going to have labor, you're not going to have money issues where you don't have enough money for those guys. You're going to have extra. You're going to have a little extra in the business cost, and you're going to need to, because you're going to have to buy a van at the end of it, put a down payment. You're going to be able to live off that. That's essentially what you would be making with gutters and bonus anyway, right? Because look at, you're making $1,800 on these big weeks. But if I were you, I would still live off $900, okay? But let's just say I'm not going to change every different one. You could go in there and change that down to 0.9%. And then you'd end up with that much stack that you have to pay investor and keep some of it. We already went over all that. So you do that. Now, the real examples, okay? I've taken these formulas. Watch how I do this. I've already put these in here. They don't say 0 because I haven't put a number here. So we said 21, 37 on that job today. Carrollton. Let's see if it makes sense. Watch how these numbers work. You do the numbers. Is that enough to cover Alicio for these jobs? Is this enough to cover hotels, gas, and have money set aside too? Because you always got to be stacking money in the business costs for van costs and everything. And this is not for the whole week. This is only for 2 days, 3 days, right? Can you live off $384 for 2.5 days? Of course. Did you stack 470, but you did it. But the thing is, you probably came up a little bit under that, right? Alicio was 400, and then those other guys were, you probably don't need them for that much. They probably cost you, it probably cost you about 641. Maybe it cost you 600. So if you had that 41, you don't just spend it, you just leave it there, because it'll all equal out. Because there might be days where it rained a little and you want to have that extra. So that's how you do it. So any job you put in here, you should be putting the job in here. They care what with the rate. And then all you got to do is copy and paste that. Don't touch it. Just copy and paste it. I'll do it for you. Boom. These don't, there's no formula in here. As soon as I put a number in here, it works. What about when you get $3,000 cut, right? That's how it works. Let me know if you have questions. Go over that a couple times. This is simple stuff, but it's kind of complicated because there's no gutter guys doing this, but there's business owners absolutely doing it. This is how you get yourself, you get money stacked, you stay out of trouble, you stay lean. Just because you get a check for $5,000 in 1 week, if you're like, oh, you gave me $2,000, you gave me $2,000, you gave me $1,000, all these goober. I'll pay Alicio and I'll take the rest. I'm going to have $4,000 and I'm going to go get busy. You do that for a few weeks, it will be over in a few weeks. You won't have money for hotels. You won't have money for when Rent-A-Wreck's calling to do the next month. You'll be in a world of hurt. It'll be over in 3 weeks, maybe less. Stick to that and it's never over.